Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm Axon Evolved. And before we get started, real quick, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're here for all the new videos. Real quick announcement, let's get into it. So, last time we built an OET. This thing takes 100 million power. We're not even ready to start charging it yet. You can see we need a lot more turbines here. We need, what, 12 more, I think? To at least get this thing started, in addition to getting all of our defenses ready to go. So, in order to facilitate that, let's kind of take a look at what we need. Now, for the turbines, we need plastic pellets. We're pretty good. Advanced machine blocks, however. You can see the intake housing takes advanced machine blocks, low-grade steel. The turbine itself takes plastic pellets and advanced machine blocks. So quite a bit of advanced machine blocks. Now, I do have a very temporary, I say temporary, it's been what I've been using the whole time I played this, but I do have a little constructor area right here for advanced machine blocks. It takes 2 low-grade steel, 2 crystal clocks. Well, where do we get crystal clocks? Well, we have a little crystal clock maker right here. Now, in order to not have to do this all by hand, I think I need to get this process automated. I need to get crystal clocks being made. I need to get advanced machine blocks being made. Now, this takes low-grade steel bars and crystal clocks, right? We got low-grade steel bars already being made in the tier 2 room. So, let's go down here real quick. And you see we come out right here in this room that we were making missiles in at one point. Oh, look, see, we got inputs, got some coal coming in, like easy money, right? So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to bring crystals. What is it? Crystal ore? Do I have any on me? I don't think so. Whatever the raw crystal is, bring that in here. Because that just takes power, right? And then that makes crystal clocks. I'll bring in low-grade steel bars. And I think, was that it? Just crystal clocks, low-grade steel bars. And then those constructors up there, and then I'll get all that automated. It should be pretty easy, or so you would think. So, before we can do that, we need to start bringing up crystals, right? Now, a while ago, I made this lift right here. This goes all the way down to the cold cavern. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw in this basic cargo lift. It's going to unload all the top, load everything at the bottom. So let's run down to the cold caverns and take a look at what we got going on down there. Alright, so here's the cold caverns. We haven't been down here in a while. Everything seems to be going okay. So you'll see this lift will be coming down. In fact, there it is. That lift's going to come down, and I think it's going to want to pick up this stuff right here. I think it can pick up from right here. I'm not sure. Let me take some of that crystal deposit. I'm going to throw some in here and see. Okay, so it is loading from here. Okay, perfect. Luckily, I've really set this up. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this. Luckily, I've set this up to, let me kind of flatten this out, right? This is literally, I just need to pipe this over, right? Can't use belts down here. It's too cold. So I made a couple pipes. And side note, using or making crystal clocks is going to be huge for making more pipes, which we're going to need, you know, down the road most likely. So everything's set up. All we need to do is pipe it over to where we want to go, right? So I think I'm just going to do kind of like a straight method, just something like that, and there should be crystal going in that way. I'm going to do something like this. And I guess I'll have those go down. I don't want to put anything here because then it'll start taking the cutter heads that I have in here. Cutter heads that aren't exactly being replenished. Do I have? I know cutter heads, right? Oh, plasma cutter heads. Okay. So I might set something up. In fact, if we look, if I threw a matter mover right here, we'd have to figure out how to power it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. If I threw a matter mover right here, I could launch it into this wall right here, hit a hopper, and then kind of come down with pipes like this. And if we're going to want to sustain this, then that's what we need to have happen. So let me think here. If I have the hopper set to remove only, nothing should get added, right? Just make sure I grab that out of there. And then, oh, I should probably connect these up. But the plan is simple. We're going to set up crystal cutter heads, or plasma cutter heads, and then we're going to let this go. Now, crystal deposits are not super big. They can be, like this one's almost out. This one back here I think is a little bit bigger. Yeah, so really once this one runs out, we can easily just have this go straight back into there, kind of keeping the same height levels, and it should be a pretty easy fix. So now that we have this piped up, let's see if we can matter move this stuff real quick without getting too crazy with anything. Now the only thing is this is going to take a absolute ton of... I'm going to do this, right? Remove only, take that out. Did I pick them up? I did. Alright, so at least this way we're kind of staying out of, beaming over 100 of the cutter heads, because we don't need to be sitting that much. But now comes the power situation. So I think I'm going to do something kind of stupid and just do that. You know what I mean? We will block this off with glass because there are camo bots that come in here. In fact, there's one right there. They like to come in and suck up all our power. So we'll just insulate this as best we can. And it should be fine. Now, we already got plasma cutter heads going over. Like, easy job. So, we've got teleporter set up. So let's go back to the surface and get this at least running for now. Alright, now back here at the surface, we need to get the crystals out of here. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I want to, what I'm thinking about is where am I going to put the hoppers? Am I just going to go straight over this? That's probably the easiest thing to do, right? So if I do something like this, right? And then we can do, oh, I don't have the step ups, do I, on my hotbar? Well, we can do kind of like a step up over this. And then the only problem is I only have one input. Well, I've got some more over here, I guess. But one of them for sure needs to be... Well, I guess I could put more. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see, if I do 2... Well, I want an output too, actually. I want an output for advanced machine blocks. See, that's what this is, and an output for crystal clocks. So let's kind of set that up. So if I do the outputs like this, right? And then if I use these as inputs for crystal and this and an input, somewhere over here, somewhere like, of course I picked this spot with the room controller. No, I wanted these. There we go. So if I do the low-grade steel bars in here, crystal deposits in here, and then I'll output crystal clocks and the advanced machine blocks here, that should work. So let me get this all belted up. I'm probably going to have to end up matter moving some of the low-grade steel bars because those are way over here. Low-grade steel bars... And I think I might be using them for something too. Right, so low-grade steel bars default to this right here, which is the plasma cutter head, right? So low-grade steel bars go here. I could do some sort of priority split maybe. If I don't know if a priority splitter draws straight from a hopper though. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'll have to think about reconfiguring this because I want to make sure that the cutter heads are going fine because otherwise we won't be able to efficiently extract things or extract things at all in some cases. So that is a thing. I could maybe move this. Oh, well, I'm using this nickel for two things, but that's not a huge deal. So let me get everything all belted up and moved into the room, and then I'll bring you guys back when I kind of have a plan on what it is I'm going to be doing with all this. So we've done a little bit of work now. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not 100% proud of the design, but I was going for working rather than beauty. So let's go take a quick look at what I accomplished, we'll say. So here we kind of just have all of the crystal deposit come up and spill out onto these belts where they all just kind of stack up and go towards the inputs for the room, and then they kind of split off, and within the room they all coalesce into one 2,000 slot hopper. Now the low-grade steel bars, what I ended up doing, I'll get to this part in a second. If we go inside here, what I ended up doing was putting a priority splitter right here. So you can't really tell, but under this block there is a, I think there's just a belt. Yeah, so it outputs onto a belt. And these are both remove only, right? So it outputs onto a belt. That belt goes in the priority splitter. It always fills right. Unless it's full, then it goes left. So right comes up and over and down and into the steel cutter head manufacturing. If it goes left, it kind of comes up and goes out down here. And then it comes out the wall and up and hits a matter mover, which then just kind of transports it to this one up in the ceiling here, which hits this on the wall, and then it feeds in. So that's kind of, I want to say the easy part, but it wasn't super complicated to get everything back. Now, we need to make a crystal clock maker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something kind of easy here, right? So this just needs 1 power per second. So what I'm going to do is figure out where this is on the ceiling and just literally just drop a beam of power onto it. So I'm just going to look up, throw a battery down. I don't know if I think I lined it up right. We'll see. There we go. Okay. So we got a battery there. What I'm going to do is put a hopper here, a generator there, and another hopper there, and really just split it, right? And then from there, I'm going to put a small hopper. I am running low on hoppers. Let me make some real quick. So I'm going to make this one remove only. I'm going to make this one add only. And you see it's already filling up with crystal clocks. Now, I want to make sure that things are distributed, you know, quote unquote evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this up, this turntable, in 2 different directions. One's going to go that way, and one's going to go this way. This one is just literally going to hit that right there, hit that output. And then now we've got crystal clocks filling in the hopper out there. The other one is going to come over here, and I'm going to use a small hopper again. This is going to be remove only. This is going to be remove only. And I'm going to throw down, well, actually, let me just feed it real quick. So then I'm going to throw down the advanced machine block assembler. Where is it on my hotbar? Did I put it on my hotbar? Yes. Okay. So there's that. That is going to output to here, which is add only. Right? And then I'm just gonna belt this up real quick so that it hits where it's supposed to. All right, and then it's just a matter of getting the power going. So if I literally just take, well, hold on. Before I get crazy, is this even placed right? No, see? That's why you got to check your work. I want that right there. I want that right there. Oop. Perfect. And then we'll just throw this right, yeah. And we'll throw that right there. And just like that, we should eventually be getting, boom, advanced machine blocks. And did I put hoppers out here? I did not. Okay, so I think I'm going to throw down 500 slot hoppers to just, take it all in. Crystal clocks, advanced machine blocks. Okay, so we should make crystal clocks faster than advanced machine blocks because the advanced machine blocks are bottlenecked by this. I don't think this produces super fast, the low-grade steel bars, whereas we've got tons of crystal deposit, and the only thing we need to really pay attention to is when the crystal deposit runs out. So I think now we just kind of need to let that build up, and in the meantime, I'm going to go sprinkle in some of these batteries and get our defenses kind of beefed up a little bit more. And only a brief time later, I want to introduce you all to the first pair of towers that are fully upgraded with all the batteries, all the turrets. And I chose to do these two because if you'll remember a few episodes ago, this is the one pair of towers that we hooked up the Mark V battery down below with. So would have been nice to do the one we're getting attacked from, but that's not the case just yet. And you'll see, we're filling batteries back up. I think we're getting pretty. Yeah, obviously they're holding out now because this side hasn't gotten attacked yet. But again, this is the blueprint for every pair of towers. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3 Mark V batteries, and this is close to 200 lasers. I think this is like a 95 or so, 93, something like that. 93 lasers per tower, plus this middle, plus this one. These actually have the range to hit, I think they get pretty dang close. Anything that gets within the tower, within this close is going to get hit by those lasers as well. So that's the blueprint for all of these. That's what I want to replicate. We made a fair amount of alloyed machine blocks, so now it's just a matter of, putting in all the time, filling everything out. I haven't got all the towers done yet. I'm going to do that right now. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will snap back and show you guys what it all looks like. I don't know if I'll be able to get all the lasers, but I'll for sure be able to get all the batteries. All right, so I wanted to hop back in here real quick because I got this tower, the one that's currently getting attacked, mostly filled up with Mark III lasers. We're waiting on some primary upgrade modules, but you can see, I've only got, 16 not on there, and look how fast these guys are melting right here. They are not getting anywhere close to our base. Once they get in range, they just get nuked incredibly fast. If I start shooting these, you'll see their health gets to red real fast. So I'm not going to make the claim that this alone could hold the waves. It probably could, but I still want to get our missile supplement up there, just in case. And I've seriously been considering maybe shutting this down to like 1 or 2 assemblers, or launchers I should say, so we don't burn through our missiles incredibly quick, because our fuel production is still a little bit, it's not quite to scale where it needs to be. I probably need to put more refineries on there, maybe like make them 4 or 5 tall, and then really make sure I get like the most amount of resin going. If I really wanted to like mass produce missiles, you see this is actually drained very fast. We blocked that off to try to set up something to take this. I honestly completely forgot that I did that until right now. So I don't know if this is going to be able to hit anything. I might end up moving these a little bit. What is the range here? An easy way to check the range on something, for those of you that don't know, as I deal with the jetpack, is you can just pull out your scanner and right click and it'll tell you the distance. So, well, you know what? This is all ablated. I might be able to put some, let's see, if it's ablated and it's 12, that means the ablator's at 13, the liquefier's at 14. I think it's got a range of 16, so I'm just going to give it some more time to completely clear out, and then I'll come in here, Maybe make it a quick episode or something to put in the rest of the resin farm in there. But that's all, you know, just rambling. And you can see, like, the bosses are not getting anywhere close. So I think this bodes well for the future, ladies and gentlemen. But I think on this note, I'm going to have to call it an episode. We've been running... I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter, you know, short, sweet, to the point. So if you like this new format, let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You know, the comments, likes, it's all good for the YouTube algorithm. And we want to get as many people as possible seeing these videos, you know, spreading the good cheer that is FortressCraft Evolved. So, on that note, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stick around for the next episodes. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.